yeah, we're going to try making this mirror. So get Sims 4 Studio, and then you want to go create 3D mesh. Here we go. Just like that. Yo, Lex, what's going on? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. And in Sims 4 Studio, you want to type in kind of whatever you're basing your mesh off. So we're going to do a mirror. So we're going to start with a mirror. Scale's like a really big a big part here, right? So you got to figure out how tall you want your thing to be. Like, do you want it to be like standing mirror, like wall mirror? Like how tall do you want it to be? So this is what we're doing. I love the content. Thank you, Lex. I appreciate it. I'm actually doing some live CC this evening. If you want to stick around, have some chill vibes, I would greatly appreciate it. I know I put a video out recently about how to make your own Sims 4 CC, so I figured, you know what, I'll hop on and actually do it in real time, and then this will also be uploaded wherever. Right. So we want a mirror, which is maybe, it's kind of like this, right? It's kind of like this. Actually, no, we'll do a standing mirror. So we'll use this one. What is this? Gilded looking glass mirror. All right, so we'll use this as our base. We'll use this as our base mesh right here. Okay, and then we want to create a new folder. What do we, chat? We need a name for this mirror. What is this called? We need a name for this mirror, please. What does it look like? What does it look like to you? This, like, I don't want just like curvy mirror. Or maybe we can come up with a cool name. Cool name for it. Something mirror. Like, because this was called like, hang on, leaf? What do you mean leaf? Does it look like a leaf? I know I said ask for ideas and I'm shitting on it. Looks like being high and seeing a mirror for the 5th time. What? There we go. There's the share going off right there. I don't know. It's like, what's another name? A synonym for curvy. A synonym for curvy. Wooden hourglass mirror. It is like an hourglass, actually. Yeah, I quite like that. I like that. Hourglass. No, yeah, wooden hourglass mirror. I like that. Another word for curvy, you put Joe. That's not true. I'm built like a damn. I'm not built like that. I'll tell you that much. Glass size. There we go. Right. Anyway, so you do that, and this is kind of like what you're left with. Okay, you got the mirror. You got the mirror, but we need to make this mirror. You know what I mean? It is wonky. Wonky mirror is also a good idea. Yo, thank you all the boys who are running up the TikTok. By the way, I do see you. The hearts are flowing. If you're not already, please absolutely start slamming it. Chonky wonky mirror. Sounds a little bit, maybe like a touch juvenile for the idea. The big chunkus mirror. Okay, we're just going to continue here. Okay, and there's the there's another explosion from sharing the live. Okay, so we're going to head over to the meshes section. We're going to export this. Export LOD0, and the file name is wooden hourglass, whatever. Then this will open the folder with a Blender file in it, right? This will open the folder with a Blender file in it. Give it a second. Just give it a second. Now, I understand if you're watching on mobile, you're going to be like, you're going to have some of it cut off, but that's fine. Anyway, wooden hourglass mirror dot blend. Here we go. You're unhinged on a Monday. Aren't you unhinged all the time? Right, so we'll try and keep that like here. And then here we go. We've got our mirror in 3D right here in Blender. And the first thing I like to do is I like to clear up this scene a little bit. So you got some lights up here, shadow realm them. You got a camera, see you later. You got a rig, see you in hell. Tell them who sent you. Okay, we'll save that. Okay, so why have we got this mesh in here? Well, it's important because we can see how it's constructed, right? We can see how the mirror is constructed. It's in 2 key components. You've got the body, right, which is this section, and you have the actual mirrored plane like that. And if you look at this, actually, you see how it's got like, it's kind of see-through at the top. It's very strange. Very, very strange construction. It's almost like it's just an image of some, I don't know, an image of some trim that's been put on here. This is why I made a video like saying I'm so against how EA are asking creators to do things to a certain standard when this is the kind of shit that they're putting out, right? This is no bueno. Right, anyway, so what have we got to do? We've got to take note of 2 things in particular. The cut values, right? And then the size. So the body, the bit which isn't reflective, is cut 1, Okay, it's cut value 1, and the mirror is cut 2. Chat, I need you to remember that. Cut 1, cut 2. Let's put our snapping on grid. Okay, we'll move this over here. Thank you for sharing the live. I appreciate that. There you go. Then we've got the drop shadow stuff, but we can figure that out in a bit. Right, let's try and get some form down here, shall we? So we'll get an overall size down. Let's get height down first. So from here to maybe like here, right? And then let's bring her in. Let's make it as wide as it needs to be. We'll call it like that kind of wide. And then we need depth. So let's sort our depth out, and we'll bring it kind of in a bit like this. Bring these in a bit like that. We'll say like, maybe that's a little bit too thick. Let's bring that in a bit. Yo, thank you for following. Just Dandra. Hello, Just Dandra. I am Just Joe. We're making some Sims 4 CC today, which will be available for free by the end of the stream on my Patreon. Patreon.com/just_Joe_ if you would like to get hold of it. Thank you for liking the live as well, boys. I do see you. 8K is ridiculous in 9 minutes. That is silly. Yeah, so this mirror is what we're trying to make here. Maybe, do you want me to make this a little bit bigger for you, boys? Does that make it a little bit easier? Here we go. If I put that like that, does that look pleasing? There we go. So we need to think about how we're going to make this. So I imagine it's sort of like curved to the back, but maybe we get the overall silhouette down first. And you could put the image in and try to kind of like trace it, which actually may be a pretty good idea. Actually, it's maybe a pretty good idea. Do I have a, oops. I didn't mean to do that. Let me tell you what. Let me copy this. I'm going to do this, and then we're going to save this image, right? Save it to my downloads over here. See you in a bit, Lizzie. Thank you for being here regardless. And then we're going to add an image, add image reference, and then we'll go to my downloads and put in the screenshot. And there we go. We've got like the screenshot in here. Oh, you got an auto clicker on? Let's go. That's massive. Hello, all the new boys and girls, by the way. This is going to look amazing. I hope so. And yeah, I'm hoping some people would be interested in picking it up on the Patreon. That's kind of what I'm hoping for. Yeah, I'm just 100% riding the wave of the Sims 4 kind of tomfoolery which is going on right now. Obviously, I'm not particularly happy with what's been going on because I'm an artist. I'm a 3D artist, so reading through everything that is kind of like required is rubbed me up the wrong way. So I'm kind of on a mission to teach people how to make their own CC if they want to. So feel free to like ask any questions at all. It's not a problem. Like I will take the time to answer them. And if you're dipping in and out, that's totally cool. This entire process will be uploaded to my my tube channel if you would like to see it. Right, so I'm getting like a really rough kind of shape here, but let's start to round some of this out a bit. Now with The Sims 4, you got to be careful with something called poly count, right? Poly count is the amount of polygons on the mesh. I just realized this isn't symmetrical, which is totally fine. That adds to the style. And the Sims 4 documentation recommends a certain amount, but I'm going to say hell to that, and I'm going to make the thing that I want to make, because I'd rather provide something which is of high quality rather than something which is to these BS standards, right? Which is why like some of their meshes look like doo-doo because they are restraining themselves, you know? Right, so we're just gonna start by kind of moving bits and pieces in and out, and you know, just get the overall form down a bit here, and we'll see where it all lies. So we'll try and line some of these up. Let's put another cut in here or so then we can pull this bit out, a bit like that. We'll move this out. We don't want like do small Ned's Dex trade, trying to get your achievements up. Oh yeah, absolutely. Feel free to do that. Yo, Ocean as well on TikTok. I do see you lurking right there. No problem. Don't feel like you have to chat. But I'm just showing my appreciation for all the people being here who have been seeing the videos. Thank you so much for all the love and support on those. I'm just trying to do my bit to ensure people don't get swindled, and any creators who are kind of putting their time into art, that they're also not getting bamboozled. So that's kind of like the general shape. Then we kind of got to we've got to get this other bit going, right? We've got to get this section in the middle. So what we can do is, I think it's probably best if we take this mirror section. We'll do something like this, so then we have a square or a rectangle. Sorry, let's just merge these. Put that back in the middle. And then, excuse me, ChatGPT, we don't need you right now. And then we'll match this up as well. So let's just roughly get some corners down here. I know it's a wide ass shape, but that's okay. And then we'll give it some extra geometry. And we're just going to start pulling stuff out. We'll go from there. Just pulling this out like that. Pulling this out like this. Like this. Just trying to get something going here, you know. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I just want to get my basic form down at this point. We need to put a cut, probably even 2, probably even 3 cuts like this, so then we can drag this guy up to here, this guy can come up to here, this guy can come up to here. Probably need another cut here, so then this can do this can come out a bit. Move this one down. Yeah. And already you can sort of see things are starting to come together a little bit. Not perfect, but they're kind of getting there. So then we've got our mirror section there, and then it's joining the two up now, which is going to be the horrible bit. This is going to be the hard bit. You've got the mirror section, right, which is this bit. You got this bit, and then that needs to inset into here somehow. So that's going to be something. I mean, what we could do, actually, there's maybe a little bit of a bonehead play, but we're going to delete these faces on the front. We're going to take this, put that back in here, join, oh no, we can't join them together. So let's duplicate this, put this off to the side. Okay. Now we're going to join these two together. Let's, also just move our image reference out the way for now. We're trying to join them up. All right, so the mirror and the frame are now one, but it looks see-through, right? That is because it needs to be sort of joined up. Now this is very rough, and I would not recommend doing things like I'm doing them right here. I'm just trying to get a rough guide. Okay? This is not best practice, but it is a practice. And right now, we're just trying to get something together. We're trying to get something together for the boys, getting a nice little mirror out there for people this evening. So let's do this, do this, do this, and then do that. Let me hide this for now as well, so I can see the base. Connect those up. They can connect this, and this, and then give me a little quad in there. Okay. So it's kind of like this, and then it's a very interesting shape, right? Super interesting. Let's really fuck this up real quick. Look, you shade it smooth, it looks like nothing is going on, right? It looks terrible. But we're going to start selecting edges, and we're going to right click in a second here and mark them as sharp, which will turn them blue, right? But now look, we can kind of see the cutout. We can see the cutout there. Another thing which we will probably need to do is this edge right here, this one that goes all the way around the outside. Looking at our reference, it looks like there's a little bit of thickness there. Okay, there's a little bit of something going on, and we want to imply that thickness by adding like a bit of curvature here. So sort of something along these lines, but if we add this, you're adding quite a lot of geometry, and it starts to get messy, kind of like along like this section. Like this little face is so small, but we'll run with it for now. We'll just we-ball. I think this will be a standing mirror, so we're gonna have this on the floor, but you can like put it up against the wall. That's what I think I'm gonna run with. So if we do the same on this side, we just hit it with like a little bit of a bevel. It kind of like rounds it off. Okay. And the beauty of this particular piece is I believe that it will really come to life in the texture. Also, this is very curved in, whereas right now we just have a flat face. So I think what we'll need to do is we need to start adding like an extra loop. Okay. Extra loop around here. Just give it a little bit of extra geometry to support, right? Because you can't move something that doesn't exist. You cannot move something that doesn't exist. So we're adding like a line here, practically. You eventually open your own furniture in store for your game occupation. I mean, we could. That sounds like something we could do for sure. That sounds like something we absolutely could do. Right, so yeah, we need to keep doing this. So we're creating like this bit inside, this ring inside the frame. And what that will allow us to do is hopefully we want something like, if I join them, there we go, we got something going on there. Then here we can get rid of this and this, join these two. Yeah, so the plan is to have them kind of like bow in, right? So this is flat right now, but look, if I do Alt and S and I start to do this, like, I can start to curve it. Just give it like just a touch of curvature. Just a little bit, just such a small bit of curvature. Really, really kind of helps with this design. And if we want to control it even further, we can start to like move some of these up and outwards, right? So the curve is more kind of direct towards the top. Same kind of like down here. Let's move these out. Yo, Carl, what's going on, man? So we'll like move all this out a little bit. Down here, just move them out. Something like that. I don't like what's going on here, but I believe that's all we can really do there. So we've got a little bit of wonkiness going on here. Kind of see like there's this weird like crease or something going on, and that's because of this, right? There's this one face. It wants to do something like this, and hopefully that kind of gets rid of it. It's just all down to geometry and how you have it all sort of set up. So like here, you could really do something like this. You cut them in to turn it into quads and tries. How are we down here? I mean, it could be better, but I mean, for the sake of that, I mean, like right here, this face is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides, right? And we need it in 4s really, so we can maybe do something like this and then something like that. Watch your nice stream. It cured my post-nap nausea. I'm happy for you. What's this one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 5 right now, so we're just gonna yeet that straight into there. There we go. Give me the quads. Give me the quads right there. So the one thing that's kind of sticking out to me right now is it's kind of like this section, right? It's this section right here. This feels odd. Let me actually remove that. And why it feels odd is because like this section here, I believe if I scale it out, I want to give it a little bit more thickness. give it a little bit more thickness. So then we'll move this out a bit. I've also got my ring loops kind of all confused a little bit here. Here we go. That's a little bit better. So we'll move this out a touch. There we go. That's kind of in the space. But again, what we want to do is we want it to come alive in the texture. Also, doing this whole like little set here would be like really nice, I think. So it's looking a little jagged, and we can always address that by, I mean, there's lots that we can do to address it. Beatrice, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that. Welcome in. Thank you ever so much. Everyone likes a little bit of thickness. Well, you know what they say, boys and girls. Ain't nothing good happen on a straight road. So keep those curves. You know what they say. Right. So that is that. But yeah, I think we're in a good spot. I think we're in a good spot here. Not too bad, but this whole section here actually needs to be yoked. We need to get rid of all this because this isn't our real mirror. Our real mirror section's over here. Okay. So we're gonna do this, gonna do that. We're just gonna remove them faces. Move this into there, and there we go. So this will be our mirrored section. Then we've got oh, it's a little out of whack. Let me hide this and just see what we've got. Okay, I didn't move this forward a smidge, and then bring it all back in. Excuse me, can we unhide? Am I missing something? Where'd it go? This bit? There we go. Right, so yeah, we can see now this is kind of in front of it. So we can just extrude this backwards. We'll extrude it backwards like this. You see, I've kind of like pulled the edge. We're going to just extrude that backwards. So there's a little bit of a lip. Maybe the lip, maybe we fuck with the lip. Maybe we screw with it. You know what I mean? Maybe it's what we do. We like that a lot. So that is good. That is good stuff. And then what we'll do is, do we want to sharpen this? Yeah, we'll keep that sharp. Yo, thank you for sharing the live. I appreciate it, and exploding the stream at the same time. So we've got our basic shape, and we have this cut up correctly. No, we don't. So this needs to be cut 1. So this piece needs to be cut 1, and the mirror needs to be cut 2. This, oh Christ. This section, we'll just name this to cut 10. We don't need that right now. We don't need that. So we'll say like this is kind of what we're screwing with, right? We'll say this is the idea. Now we need to do like a little bit of a boring bit, but trust me, we'll do it fast, I promise. It's called UV unwrapping, and it is this section over here on the left. I think my reference is kind of in the way. Let me put this over here for now. So it's this section on the left, and UV unwrapping, really quickly, is the idea of taking a 3D model, and you mark certain edges and positions on the mesh to cut, as if you're taking a knife and you're cutting down it and you want to unfold it. You know when you're in school and you make a cube out of a flat 2D piece of paper, which looks like a crucifix, right? It's that kind of thing. But we're doing it with 3D meshes instead. All right. So let me show you how we do that real quick. Let's move this box to the side. So we need to figure out how we're going to UV unwrap it. So we're going to select, let's say we want to select this edge, or we could select this ring right here. We mark as a seam. It goes red. Okay, red is fine. Red is cool. And if we were just to select it, press U, and then unwrap right now, I guess I'll move it over here so you can see it. This is what the UV looks like. So you got the back piece and the front piece, because I've cut it down there. If I make another cut, say for example, this loop right here will have 3 pieces, right? Like this, and then we unwrap it again. We have 3 loops, right? So this section is this part. This back face is this section, and that is that. And why is this important? It's important because clean UVs make for a cleaner texturing process. Now, am I the best at UVing? Absolutely not. Am I even like top 10 all time? No. You know what I mean? Yo, user, thank you very much. This is so cool. Sit back. We've got a lot going on. By the end of today's stream, everyone in the chat room or anyone that comes afterwards will have a free mirror to get hold of on my Patreon, which will look like this, hopefully. Something close to this, but in the Sims 4 style. I'm a Maxis Match, build by, custom content creator, and general, like, streamer guy, and a 3D artist, professionally, believe it or not. But anyway, so that's our UV unwrap. We'll call that, like, done for now. It's all good. So we're going to take just this mesh, so just our, this one here, and we're going to try and just export this. So we're doing export. I'm going to get rid of my reference. Not get rid of it. Not get rid of it. We're going to export this as an FBX file. .fbx, okay? FBX is 3D stuff. It's really, really cool. Right, now we need to start texturing. This is where you can really start seeing things come to life. So we have the model. We're going to put it in Substance 3D Painter, which you can buy for like a one-time license on Steam, or you can get it as part of like Adobe Creative Cloud. I'm pretty sure there is a way for you to do your texturing, i.e. put color on your model in Blender, but due to my job, I use Substance Painter, and that's what I will be doing. If you do use Substance Painter or any other software, you want a 1K texture, which is document resolution 1024, right? And then you want to come in here and you want to select your mesh, and bada bing, bada boom, it will appear in here. Now it has a giant hole in it because we didn't export the mirror section, because that doesn't need a material as such. That's got some magic going on in the Sims 4 engine, and hopefully that will kind of make sense in a minute here. Okay, so we'll save this real quick, just so we can keep it. So we'll call this wooden hourglass mirror. Get rid of the dot blend. All right, so first thing we want to do is we want to hit the croissant in the top right, and we want to hit bake textures. Before that, output size 1K texture. Okay, 1K texture. Anti-aliasing ×4 just makes the edges a little bit sharper, a little bit nicer. Very, very cool. Right, so we've now baked it and it looks like nothing's happened, but trust me, there is a bunch more data on here which now we can begin to use. So if you watch my my most recent video, the first thing I do is I add a basic kind of cavities and highlight. Okay, and this is not looking good right off the rip. We might need to change some bits, but that's okay. So cavities are kind of like shadows and stuff. You can see it's sort of not doing so hot on this particular model because of my because of what's called my topology, so the way that the mesh is made, but that's okay. And then we have a gradient as well. We have a gradient here, which looks really strong right now, but if we lower this and we kind of like just have it on the bottom, once we start adding in some colors, we'll be totally fine. So let's start by doing that. Let's add a color. So we've got our base color here. Now I'm going to set it to like a brown. I tell you what, I'm pretty damn close right off the rip here. But a big challenge we've got to deal with here is wood grain, right? Wood grain and wood texture. On this particular reference, it might be kind of hard to see if you're on mobile, but it's kind of like going round. So this might be a situation where we might need to like do some hand drawing, which again, very possible, very, very much something we can attempt. But we'll see how we cook first, right? See how we cook first. So how are we going to achieve something like this? We could... How do we get something that goes around corners without drawing it? Is there an easy way? Let me put in my... I'm just going to throw on my Sims 4 wood stylized texture and see how it looks. Right, so that's up and down. That's not what we're kind of after. So we're actually... I'm going to take you through making your own stylized wood texture right now. And I'm going to be drawing with a mouse. I do have a drawing tablet, but CBA for that right now. So we'll call this grain. We'll call it grain A, actually, okay? Yo, Skibbity, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate that. So what we're going to do, we made a new, this is called a fill layer, by the way, a fill layer. And we've got the roughness of it, we'll set it to 100. And then we want our color. Let's just take it off here. Why not? Take it off here. Now, what we want to do is we want to start drawing in some kind of some grain lines, okay? And how we do that is we're going to add a black mask, which means this color doesn't appear anywhere, right? Then we want to add a paint layer, and then we want to select a brush, which I'm doing on the right-hand side here. And we'll just go with a basic hard brush. So now I can start drawing on this mask. And you can see I've got my colors coming through, right? But we want to take our time with it. It's something we want to take our time with. We could even do it in the 2D view, right? Which looks like this. Make our brush nice and small. And then we can start just like, we're going to blur this out, right? We're going to blur it with a filter later, but we can just like start implementing some bits and pieces like this. Now, is it going to be perfect? Absolutely not. I'm a better artist when it comes to models than I am texture work, I would say. You'd have to ask my boss. But we're just going to start to get something going here, right? To start drawing. And this is going to be a real trust the process. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you are new here, please do sit tight and just let me show you what we're cooking. Because when it kind of comes together and it starts kind of becoming what we want it to become, you're going to be like, what the hell? How did this monstrosity turn into this? Just give it a sec. Give it a second. Give it a second. So yeah, we're going to go in and probably make, I don't know, 3 or maybe 4 different like grain textures, layers, and they're all going to be lines which are like this. And it's going to look like an absolute mess for a bit, right? It's going to look pretty bad. It's going to look like this, where I've just like drawn on it, okay? I've just drawn, but it doesn't look like it. But it's okay. Bear with, we're cooking. Next, we're going to copy our layers and we're going to do grain B, okay? I'm showing you all this as well because I know it looks like there's a lot going on here, but I swear to Christ, you can beat this fucking marketplace thing. And you've got these ideas in your head of what you want in your houses, in your homes, in your builds, and you can do it. You can goddamn do it. Thank you, Cozy Pixel Dreams, for sharing the live, by the way, and exploding the stream. It's giving melted chocolate. Ain't that the truth? Right, let's go with a slightly lighter tone now, right? But we're going to add a new black mask and a new paint layer. So our orange one is down here, right? And now we're going to go in different brush size, maybe like up it a little bit. And we're just going to do the same again. We're going to start layering. Start layering it up and start swinging some of these bits around, you know, get some nice long ones going, get something that kind of comes out here, something that kind of comes out here, comes around here. I don't know what it is, but it looks delicious. That's great. It's a mirror. Hopefully it's going to be. Yo, Kai, what's going on? Jet black hair. I dyed my hair a little while ago. Yes, I did. I wanted to be edgier. I wanted to try stuff out. You know what I mean? It was never a phase, as they say. It was never a phase. Right, so we're just going to keep going here, keep building up these layers of like different lines, different grains, and stuff along those lines. So how's this looking? Honestly, I'm not really going to know. So here we go. Copy this, and we're going to do a third one real quick, and then I'm going to show you how we do business. Show you how we do business. So with this one, we're going to do a darker color. So we're going to be right down in kind of like this sort of zone, right? So when I paint on this, look how dark this is. That may be a little bit too much, actually. A little bit too much dip on the chip there, as some of my brethren in the chat room would say. So now we're going to do the same, but we're going to kind of just work with it, you know, let it do its thing. Don't rush it. Again, it looks awful right now. Just let it sit. Glad to hear, man. You don't know till you try. Totally, bro. Totally. It's good to see you, Kai. What have you been up to, Kai? What's new? Trust the process. You have to trust the process, especially when I'm involved. The process needs to be trusted because I will be spouting my shit right up until before it starts looking like a serviceable piece of artwork. Potentially, it may not, but I do have faith. I have a little bit of faith. I've done something like this before. Right, so yeah, we're just going to keep adding lines and grain and stuff like that. So call it something like this. Okay, right. So add another one kind of like out here. Now we can start to get some coolness going. So in all of these, we're going to add a, not a generator, we're going to add a filter to this, and we're going to add a blur. Okay, we're going to add a blur, and this is what's going to help things kind of like merge together. Okay, it's going to help everything merge together. Hello, that is a massive username, and I'm not sure if I can even read it, but welcome in. Right, filter, blur, and right now it doesn't look like it's doing. Oh, it is doing stuff. You can kind of see it, right? And then let's add a blur. Okay, so right now you're like, okay, Joe, it's exactly what you did, but now it's just worse. Okay, but look, what you got to do is you got to start toying with it. You got to start toying with opacities, and because we did this on grain, we did this on different masks. Wow, we can now go back in here and be like, you know what? I want it orange. You can, you don't need to repaint a thing, which is big brain plays. And if this isn't giving what we want, we can always come in here and start to add a little bit more blur, which will make it slightly messier. This may be too orange, I fear. So we're going to like bring it kind of down here. And now, if you have a look, I mean, it's not perfect by any stretch of the goddamn imagination. But you see how it's sort of getting to that sim style where it's like, you know, it's sort of there. It's kind of choppy. It's stylized. You can kind of tell it's grainy, right? Yo, AD, what's going on? AD19, good to see you. So it's sort of there. Now, is there some things which we can do to really like kind of sell this a little bit more? Absolutely. We can go back in with another layer, probably a darker layer, and really get some of those like dark chocolatey, kind of like milky kind of vibes to it, right? I don't know why I did this. Hang on, is this mean I eat? Is this mean I ate? Hang on, Zoomers in the chat room / the Conti Queens or whatever. You know what I mean? Is it this one? I forget. That looks perfect for The Sims. It's getting there. I mean, we can do it. I don't know, man. Just been gone. Don't know why. I don't ever get notifications for your streams. Kite, you need to be in the Discord, my friend. You need to be in the Discord. We'd love to have you. Genuinely. Discord.gg/justjoeshow. Right. So let's do that, right? We're going to add our last one. So we're going to add another grain here. We're going to turn off the blur. Actually, we're going to add a new black mask. We'll call this Grain D. Grained. And then black mask me. And then add a paint layer. Okay? You see when I said trust the process? You see what I mean? See what I mean, boys? Right, so now we have this. We're going to make it darker for a start. We'll make it overly dark, and we can always turn it back. We're on our paint layer. Let's get granular with it. Okay, let's get real granular, and we're just gonna start. It's probably even more granular than that. Let's start by kind of putting in some real small graining, and we're just gonna emphasize the corners. I think with this particular color, because some of the edges, they're so like thin in places, especially like down here. Right, I'm not sure if you're really going to see the benefit, but we're gonna have a bit of a gap that we'll need to bridge, and we'll bring it kind of like down here, and we'll just keep adding more grains, more bits and pieces. Just a reminder also to all the boys and girls. First off, my name is Joe. Welcome on in. I'm a gaming streamer who is also a professional 3D artist. I make Sims 4 custom content on the side as well. And if you want to learn how to do this, you absolutely can for free using my my YouTube channel, which is linked in my my little biography. If you would like to, I also have a Patreon with a bunch of CC on there for absolutely free. We don't use moolah around here. All of it is absolutely free, but like obviously, you can support me if you want to. I think it's like £1 a month. I think is what I have on there. It's nothing. It is literally nothing. But if you like what I do, if you like the educating that I do, obviously you can buy me a cup of coffee, or my missus a cup of coffee, and we would be greatly appreciative for the oat latte and or flat white. That is our order. I'm a flat white enjoyer. I love a flatty, dude. Absolutely love a flatty. A flatty when you're up city and you're about to go buy some Warhammer. Oh, God, stop it. Right, anyway, so we've got these, this grain kind of coming in here. And we want to keep this relatively pronounced, okay? We're still going to add our blur. We're going to go add filter. And we're going to add our blur, right? And instead of changing the color here, I'm actually going to just knock down the opacity a little bit and give it something like that. And I mean, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if that is not a Sims curved wood grain, I don't know what is. I think I've cooked. You know what I mean? Cup of coffee for the queen, we have to. I mean, I would love a little bit of input. Does this not kind of look close? I think that kind of looks close as far as like The Sims is concerned. Right, anyway, we're going to move on. We're going to call this texture kind of like where we want it to be. But I haven't done the back. Piss ass. Right, okay. I don't know what the back of this looks like, actually. I can't see what it looks like. Do I think the grain continues all the way around? Potentially. But what we're going to do is we're going to leave it like this for now, just for the sake of speed. Plus, you're going to put this mirror on a wall, so you're not even going to see the back face, really. So technically, it wouldn't even need to be there, but we're going to include it just for the sake of things, okay? So, we're going to save this. Not my reference file. We're going to save our texture, which in 3D, by the way, looks like this, right? This looks like this. And we're going to export this texture. And this is important. If you're following along at home, ladies and germs, you're going to go to global settings, output, and it's very important we get the base color. We need the base color out of this. And how do we do that? The mirror of freestanding, you'll see the back. Move objects in. Put it on move objects. You'll be fine. Oh, that's what I'm going to do at least. Right, anyway. You want the base color. So you want to set it to PBR metallic roughness, okay? What that gives us is a PNG file, which is just called color or base color. So the rest of these, we don't need them. We don't need them, gang. You say ladies and germs? I did. Okay, let's go. Let me... Wait, hang on. AD said, hang on. Did I miss something? Found you last night playing golf. Oh, you're Kitely! You're Kitely. Sorry, I just scrolled up. That was good fun. We'll run it back again on Sunday. We'd love to have you for sure. Right, so we're going to export our texture file right here. I'm going to go into where I put all my Sims 4 CC, wooden hourglass mirror, select folder, export. Love it. Okay. So, one last thing we need to do. This is freestanding. You're damn right. Maybe I can amend that somehow. It'll be all right. We'll figure it out. I can move it back. Kitely, you motherfucker, you. Right, let's, there's one last thing we need to do. So, on the main mesh right here, okay, we need to apply a modifier, okay, on the main mesh, and it's called an edge split modifier. It is within Blender by default. Look at this. You see what happens? If I set it to default, look at this horrible, harsh edge that happens here, right? When I deselect edge angle and have it set to sharp edges, look, it goes nice and smooth, curvy, exactly how we want it to be. All right, beautiful stuff. So we're going to then apply this real quick, and hopefully that'll be that will be all that she wrote. So we can make sure this doesn't have a cut value. It doesn't. Okay. Hopefully, all being well, we can open up Sims 4. We can go import mesh, wooden hourglass mirror. And then hopefully it'll be our mesh. And that is our mesh, believe it or not. But why does it look weird? It looks weird because it hasn't got our texture on it yet. Okay? And that's exactly what we've got to do. Go texture. We're going to import. And we're going to put our PNG file, which is our base color. And look, just like that, it's got our colors on it. Isn't that just fantastic? Isn't that just absolutely fantastic stuff? Yo, Kylie, what's going on, man? So, reflective texture, that's fine. And the normal and specular, we're going to import here. And I actually use blanks. I use blanks because it's easy and a lot of the time you don't need them. So, blank normal and import a blank specular. If you want to know what they do, because I do know what they do, I'm not just being lazy. Normals are like faking detail where they don't need to. It's taking the information of light and kind of projecting it onto faces where light isn't. So it allows the Sims to have like carvings and stuff like that on their meshes, whilst not actually having the geometry. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Specular is a three-part process. It controls the roughness, the metallic values, and the reflectiveness of an object. So, but again, we don't need to worry about that today. So we're just going to press on right here. Okay, so we're going to switch our thumbnail color to this. Kylie, it's great to see you as well, by the way, brother. Thank you so much for being here. You were a hoot. Let's figure out a couple of bits here. So this bottom section, you see how it's got this weird drop shadow? We need to amend that. So we're going to unhide everything like so. And then we're actually going to get this and scale this down to 0.1, right? Make it damn small, because I don't care. I don't care for the drop shadow. If you're doing this if you're being a Sims 4 creator or a maker, whatever it is, you need to have this set up correctly. And it needs to be like a proper one. But I think I don't like it. I don't like it personally. I don't like it. I don't like how they look. Anyway, we're going to re-import the mesh. And with this changed shadow mesh and bada bing, bada boom, there she goes. Right. LOD 1. Normally, this would be like a lower quality version of the mesh. But we're going to keep things nice and succinct today. So I'm just going to use the same one. And then next, we need to make a shadow mesh. So we're going to export this. And we're just going to call it shadow. So this is going to make a new Blender file. And we're going to open that up. So we're going to have two going at the same time. I understand there's a lot going on, ladies and gentlemen, but trust me, it's not as hard as you think. Again, we're going to clean up what we need to clean up here. And this is the shadow mesh for the mirror, right? The original mirror, but we want it to be ours. And we need it to be ours. So here's what we do. Any chance live post to YouTube later? It will, absolutely. Aston, I'm so sorry I missed your chat. By the way, welcome on in. I appreciate you taking the time to be here, and I'm sorry for not getting back to you as promptly. I'm running my mouth and trying to do my best right now. I really am. And if anyone is appreciating it, please do feel free to follow. There'll be much more stuff like this. And yeah, I would appreciate it. God damn it. Actually, can I take a quick sip? Is that okay? A little fresh DC for the kid? Right, shadow mesh. Copy your current mesh. Paste it in the shadow mesh folder. Take note of the cut value. Cut value 0 on the original. Screw that, put it to 50 because we don't care about it. R1, now we want that on 0. Okay, we want that on 0. We're also going to fill in that face right there. We're going to fill in that face and we're going to also merge all these vertices. Okay. So it looks like we've got two things here, but if we go over to Sims 4 Studio, hit import and import a shadow mesh, bang, that's ours right there. Once you look at that, shadow mesh LOD, exactly the same. Okay, put our shadow mesh in there, no problem at all. It'll be good. Little Sippington, of course, we've got to take a little Sippington. A few little bits of cleanup we can do here, and we'll call this Just Joe's wooden hourglass mirror. Okay, let's have a look at the rig. No, it just shows me kind of like the position. It's a mirror. It is dark brown, light brown. Is a mirror. I mean, you can change all this if you want to. I don't care for it too much because I don't really give a crap. Let me just put made by Just Joe in here. Okay, make it nice and cheap. Little 250 piece. And then we're gonna save. Okay, and we're at the point where we're gonna check it. We're gonna check it real quick. So let's go and find our package file, which is right here, wooden package file. And we're gonna go to our mods folder, which is Documents, Electronic Arts, Sims 4 Mods. We're gonna paste it in here. We're gonna cross our fingers and hope that we did everything correctly, because that's all we can really do right now. So let's do Sims 4. And we just hope that it worked. I think we did everything correctly. Maybe we'll have to see. It'll be very, very good. Yo, Terry, what's going on? Good to see you. Also, thank you for all the boys who were sticking around. We're now testing this brand new mirror, and if it works, I will be a very happy bunny. If not, then we will be fixing it. Frankly, we'll be fixing it. Mirrors are a little bit tricky because technically they're two different meshes combined into one. You have the border, the frame, the solid part of your mesh, and then you have got the mirrored section. Now, I'm hoping that this will be fine. Yo, Raph, what's going on, Raph? Good to see you. Get out of here. Right, please do not judge this lot, by the way. Okay, all my packs seem to have... Okay, play to save with missing content. All my packs seem to have disappeared. That's fine. We can figure that out later on. Thank you, EA. Thank you, EA. I appreciate that, big dog. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Items removed, that's good. You'd love to come along to the next event? We'd love to have you, bro. Damn, so much of my stuff is just gone. So much is just gone. We love EA. But everything you see that's left, practically, I've made. This bit, the shelf, the sofa, the chair, that table, the bedside bits, custom frames, entryway stuff. Ooh. Right, anyway, let's go over here. And let's put this on afternoon for now. Get rid of this. We can type in just Joe. And then... okay, the mirror is not appearing. Why is the mirror not appearing? Just Joe. Where is the mirror? Just Joe's. Did I not put it in there? Did I not put it in there? I've made more than this, by the way. Oh, did it? Oh, wait. Is it called just... Was it called Wooden Hour? Okay, I've screwed something up, and that's okay. I've screwed something up. Hang on. You gotta sit tight. Let's have a look then. What did I balls up with this? So, catalog is called Just Joe's Wooden Hourglass. Oh, package has been saved. Was it not saved correctly before? Let's just do this. Take this package file, pop it in here, replace it. All right, and we'll just have a look. Maybe it just hadn't fully saved yet. Let's have a look. How long does it take to make? Well, I've been yapping most of the time, and we're only 50 minutes in. 50 minutes. It doesn't take too long at all. I promise you, boys and girls, if my thick-brained, or I guess thick-skulled individual can do it, you can as well. I promise you. I promise you. I started doing this stuff with, like, no experience. It's perseverance. The learning curve is steep, but trust me, once you get over it, once you lock in, once you start understanding what's going on, you do things as second nature. You're scaling boxes, you're making cubes, you're making cylinders, you're making all these other bits and pieces. It's really easy, I promise you. Yo, Ralph, thank you so much for the follow as well. Right, let's resume the game. I bet I could learn this before Super Battle Golf. Oh, I don't know about that. Super Battle Golf that's all right. That's all right. My followers joined. Twixie has joined from post. What's going on? Twixie, thank you so much for liking the live. Right, let's see if it works. Cylinders, tubes, that's it. That's what I'm saying. Right, let's see if it's actually in here. Just Joe's. Okay, so we have a problem where it is not showing up for some reason. I wonder if it's because of the... I wonder if it's because of all the packs that are missing, and I think I based the mirror off a mirror that was in a pack. Okay, so give me a hot second here. Give me a hot second. And we'll see if we can't figure this out. Just give me 1 minute. We're definitely not doing anything that is anything that is a little bit untoward. We're definitely not doing anything along those lines. We're gonna keep talking so nothing feels Yo, Hannah as well, thank you for following. I didn't even notice. Thank you, Hannah. So nothing feels weird. Okay. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do a little bit of that. And then we're gonna reopen the Sims, and we're gonna hope that magically, theoretically, all the packs are now back in their rightful homes. That's what we're hoping for. Okay. Okay. Let's do this, and then maybe do this. Okay, that's fine. Where do you start making CC? Twixie, that honestly depends on what you would like to do. If you give me an example, I will talk you through it. I will talk you through it right now while we wait for the Sims to get its shit together. Okay? But a blanket, just like, yo, thank you for the follow. Is that D? Thank you, D. Blanket idea. First, get a reference. Okay, I'm not sorry about TikTok, by the way. There we go. That's TikTok doing that. We're good. Get a reference. Find something that you want to make. Find a nice photo of it. This is what we've been doing today. We've been making, we've been trying to make this mirror right here. We're now in the testing stages. Oh, is my save game dead? Oh, there we go. And now it looks like everything is magically fixed. Anyway, find a reference. You want Blender. It's free on PC, on Windows, whatever. Get hold of Blender. That's what you're going to make your 3D model in. You're also going to need Sims 4 Studio, which you can find online for absolutely free. That's like the connector between Sims 4 and Blender. So it means you can take your stuff that you make in 3D, pop it in Sims 4 Studio. Sims 4 Studio then makes it into a mod, like a package folder. Package goes in your documents, away you go, okay? That's kind of the idea. Is my house now going to be absolutely bare? I would like to make a Funko Pop into The Sims. That's very easy. Very, very easy. Especially because Funko Pops, you can normally find the images, you can find the models online, right? You can find the models online, and as long as it's free use, you'll be fine. So you can take that, put it in Blender. Then from Blender, you plug that into Sims 4 Studio. Sims 4 Studio, you make a package file, away you go. If you want to texture it, you go from Blender to your texturing software. For me, that's Substance Painter 3D, okay? You then get your base color out of it, so your texture, so like what parts or what colors. That goes into Sims 4 Studio. Your mesh goes into Sims 4 Studio. That makes a nice little package file, and boop, put it in the mods folder, away you go. Bada bing, bada boom, you got a thing in there, okay? Anyway, Just Joe's here it is. Just Joe's wooden hourglass mirror. And would you look at that, as long as we bb.move objects, would you look at that, we have got our mirror in the game. I mean, honestly, pull up, Jamie, pull up the reference. Pull up the reference. Can we just like, come on, out of 10? Yo, is that Mandage? Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that. Out of 10, ladies and gentlemen. Me encanta. De nada. There you go. That's close, right? Now, obviously, this one's a little bit more slimline, but I will say, items in The Sims, because it's a stylized video game, I tend to give things a little bit more girth than they need. Pause. But just things need a little bit more behind them. They just need a little bit more something, okay? Like small, thin, true-to-life objects don't really exist in The Sims. It's just like, add like 20%, 10 to 20% on top of the length, the girth, okay? So like, for example, you see this edge? Like in real life, we'd be like, oh, that's a nice bit of engineering. That's nice. And you know what I mean? But in The Sims, you see something like that and it's like, oh, it's flimsy. You know, it's flimsy. It's not quite what we want. It's flimsy. I don't like it. It feels off. It feels incorrect. This is how we do it, okay? You got to just give a little bit more. Now, could I make this better? Probably. With more time, we could go in there and you can see like how this has got a little bit of shine to it. That's where the specular would come in. Okay, the specular would come in and, and it would help make the wood appear a little bit more glossy. So it is a little bit flat, but as far as kind of fitting in with the game, I think we're pretty much there. You know what I mean? I think we're pretty much there. And if you guys would like, I mean, I was going to do it anyway, I'd very much like to put this on the Patreon, and I can share that to everyone, absolutely everyone. If you're on TikTok, it's in my link tree, which you can find in my bio. I think you can put !CC on the purple app. It's going straight into your game. I'm glad you like it. The wood texture, I'm actually really happy with how that turned out. I'm super happy with how that turned out, for sure.